Okay, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another stream by JPTV. And this week here we have round 9 of the F3 Championship from Belgium, just about 40 minutes outside of Liège, in case you're wondering where it was, because it does look like it is in the middle of nowhere. Ash is with me, but he's being such a douchebag and doing his homework in the middle of commentating. Bit of an update on proceedings. I'll give you an update on the driving standings. Rocco still maintains a reasonably healthy lead. However, if he wants to win the championship, he's doing it in the hardest way possible, only having one podium in the last 5 races. But I think tonight it'd be more like his sort of track. He made his debut in FP on Tuesday night and did very well in that race. So I think this track is more suited to him than the last week in Hungary. Chicha, after some very impressive performances recently, has moved himself into 2nd place. Abiodun, after that impressive 3rd place last week, 2nd place, he's in 3rd, thrown behind him. Bad Boy, he won the race last week, he's in 5th place. Then it's Robot Sophie, Frizzo, Stim, Chillo and Rossi rounding up the top 10. So you move on to constructor standings now, and it is McLaren who will take the lead of the Constructors' Championship with Force India in 2nd place. Then it's Renault 3rd, Haas 4th, Ferrari 5th, Red Bull 6th, Williams 7th, Toro Rosso 8th, Sauber 9th, and Mercedes in 10th place. So that is that. If you listen to my stream, well, not my stream, but listen to my commentary on Monday night, I was talking to Venom and saying what could possibly affect the race tonight. Thank you, Rocco, appreciate that. So basically it's all going to come down to the various sorts of wing settings that people are going to run to maximise their top speed without compromising on the corners. Penalties, there's 1 or 2 places on the track where penalties are going to come into play. And also the rain, had it in F1 on Monday night and FP on Tuesday night and F5 last night, so a good chance of rain here tonight. So 16 drivers, so we've got a decent turnout. Hopefully 1 or 2 more people will show up, and it looks like from looking at the lobby that Stim is not here again. But Frank Dank returns to the lobby after missing out the last couple of races. Thank you for your comments in the FP chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Hashtag AskJP as always. So Jack, if you can tear yourself away from your homework for a second, what are your thoughts about the track? And who do you think can challenge Rocco for the victory tonight?
Well, I love the track. If you guys saw F1, you wouldn't know why, or at least see that I like the track. But yeah, love the track. Very fast. You can push to the limits, and yeah, it's just a great track to drive personally. And well, you can challenge Rocco well. From the pace we've seen from the previous couple races, I'd say anyone can really. If Rocco is hungover or has a bad day, anyone can just challenge him and maybe swoop him off a victory. So yeah, that's that.
Okay, it is literally just hit 8 o'clock, so we should be underway shortly, hopefully. I'm not been told, hello RJ, I'm not been told that we're waiting on anyone in particular. Of course, by this time next week, it will already have the first round of the 2018 season in real life F1, where we witnessed McLaren 1-2 with Stoffel Van Dorn taking the victory. So yeah, that should be good. Welcome to everyone who's joined the stream so far. I hope you enjoy it tonight. So yeah, that is that. Of course, if you've got any questions for me tonight or for Ash, just use the hashtag AshJP. So Jason, I'm gonna have a battle for third place. A lot of people talk about those two. I think Stoffel Van Dorn is the best young driver on the grid. To be fair, but there you go. What's your unfortunately, Rocco, we've not passed the watershed moment, so I can't really tell you my opinion of him, unfortunately. Except he's ungrateful, you'll get. Yeah. I even commentated with him on F4 a few weeks back when he raced on Thursday night, and it was a nightmare. It was. Oh, right. I can't really tell if it's sarcasm, RJ, when it's on printed on the screen, can I? Yeah. So, we've got the 30-second countdown. So, only 16 drivers tonight, which is a little bit disappointing, but I'm sure it'll be a good race nonetheless. Oh, that's a great question. AMS, there's been a few. Yeah, I think he's just doing his homework. Very unprofessional of him. Oh God, I remember Singapore being really good last season. And you know what? I was commentating on F2 the night before, and that was a really good race. And it just seemed to be like that was a decent track. Well, that was a decent weekend for rain. Oh my God, it is raining, and that's definitely intermediates to start with. So I'm sure there's been some decent ones AMS, but on top of my head, I think Singapore springs to mind. Chile's already pissed off. Not sure why, but there you go.
Chile's always pissed at wet weather.
Yeah, we wouldn't know it. You said that before. So yeah, I'm sure someone will give us the weather conditions, but I'm not too bothered if no one tells me, if I'm going to be honest. So I can see the Mercedes boys getting ready. I think that's BUA9 about to come out. I think there was a Haas. Oh, excuse me. I think there was a Haas driver who came up for. There was a sailboat. It was Baker's who made his return to the PSGL grid last weekend. So he's the first one out on track. Yeah, it was a decent race. Yeah. Best thing about that weekend was Ash finishing 4th. And despite that, still managed to get a podium interview, but never mind.
What?
Singapore last year, or last season, he finished 4th.
Yeah, but he still interviewed me.
Yes. Let's go Force India. Well, I don't mind you winning, Stephen, but I'd rather Rocker didn't win, just to keep the championship a bit more alive. Whose internet is worse than Bernard? I don't think there is anyone. I saw the antics last night, this morning, but I watched the stream this morning. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I'm glad I wasn't there, really, but if I was there, I probably would have scored points. But there you go. But having said that, my Force India had a 3rd and a 7th place, so I should not tell it more often. So any second now, Ash is going to take over and do his usual quali lap. I don't know what you call it, really. Speech. I don't know. But
okay,
anyway,
he's out first on track.
Baker's.
Okay, so Baker's supposed to be coming through the bus stop. Now he's going to try and get the best run possible as we head through the bus stop. He's going to head into turn 1, last souls without source.
Oh God.
He's going to chip down to 2nd, clipping the apex pretty nicely, and gets a pretty decent run now, heading into Air Rouge and Radion. I'll personally take it flat out, but let's see what Bakers does. Will he take it flat out? No, he doesn't. He has to lift, and even so, he loses the back end a lot. And he's not gonna got the best of run into the Camel Straight, and Frank Daniel's already retired. But anyways, into Lake Coms we go. 4th gear for Bakers, and ooh, bit back end there, but that helps him turn the car for this next right-hander. Sector 2 now, through this hairpin-like corner, as I like to say. Pretty fast for a hairpin, quote-unquote. But anyways, into the no-name corner, which has a name, ironically, but does that pretty nicely, and then into poo on, but don't poo on. 6th gear for 6th gear for Bakers, as he's struggling to keep the back end in check. Now into these this right-hander and the left-hander now. 4th gear sticks it through there, gets on the power for the end of sector 2, and now sector 3 we go. Lifting off here for this fast right-hander, and now we'll head into Blanchemont here, the fast left-hander. Everything's fast at Belgium. Fast through here, flat out I think that was, and now we head into the bus stop to end off the lap. 3rd gear, shifting down to 2nd momentarily, well, keeps in 2nd as we finish the lap, and this is going to be a 2 minute, 1:59.8, so decently done there.
So what is a reasonable time as we're onto the podium with tyres? Not quite sure whether it is. It's set to 3 by the looks of it. Oh yes, it is. Yes. Yeah. What would you say is a decent time in the for wet lap?
57s maybe.
Right. AMS asked me who's my surprise driver this, or which driver surprised me most this season. As Rocker goes fastest. It's a good question. I'd say recent times probably Cheetah, but over the course of the season I'm not sure. Bad Boy's been doing well lately. Have you got any other thoughts, Ash?
Who?
Oh, Abiodun has dropped it at the top of A Rouge.
Rouge.
Yeah.
And he's just given up. I mean,
Yeah.
don't see the point of that really. He could have made it to.
I'm trying to find someone on a quick lap,
Oh,
but I
and
can't.
his wing has also fixed, so he's lost out a lot.
Which driver surprised you most this season?
Oh, interesting. Probably From, maybe. I mean, he came from F4 and he's been doing pretty well. So I think he's surprised me the most, and also Frizzo by his extreme lack of pace and, well, yeah, that.
So, Abiod. Oh, BUA9. Oh, he's lost that. Who's gone past him? It's. Didn't see who gone past him there. Robot Sophie in a Force. Hang on a minute. Why is Robot Sophie in Force India?
No.
Where's I'm confused here. Oh, Stephen's not racing, is he? I wonder.
Nope.
Oh, right, so Robot Sophie's taking his place. Okay.
I think she was in the half before, but oh well.
Yeah, okay, that's thrown me a little bit.
Anyways, I just carry on. 57.4 already for Walker, so he'll be in this 56s most likely, and he's taking a Rouge flat out. So I've already earned. He's already earned my respect. Well, more. You know what I mean.
I haven't got a clue.
Of course you don't.
Well, I'm going to stand by with I can't. It's hard to tell who's on a lap.
Walker?
Who's on a lap and who isn't. But I'm going to stay on board with Frizzo. He's just on a lap.
Well, he may be on another one.
Frizzo's. Oh, I'll stay on board with Frizzo in a minute.
Rossi, she has mentioned that she was going to be off for ages, so it's allowed. She did say she was going to be off, so boom. Actually, I think she said it was going to be 4 or 5, and that's what she said. I remember that.
Oh, bloody hell! Frizzo must invalidate this lap.
Oh no, never mind. Walko's going slower. I'll take a look at Blink Prib, because he might be on a decent lap.
Okay, right, okay. Yeah, he's come towards the end of that as well, isn't he? Yeah.
He's going in lean, so that's pretty weird. Maybe, yeah, he's gonna start his lap. I think. I don't know.
Oh, who's on? Rocco has retired in the pit lanes. It was strange. That's two minutes to go as well. So
it's because he pit in, and well, if you don't pit in at the 3-minute mark, well, earlier, should I say, because Robot Tilty will now retire because she's out of fuel. You will make it back to into the pits and back out again in time.
Carwell's on a lap. I suppose his biggest challenge today will be not getting disqualified.
I mean, yes, is that all? Isn't that always his challenge?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go on board with Frizzo. He seems to be on a pretty decent lap, 5 tenths up from his previous invalid lap, so he might be able to do something here. So he's going to come to Lunchramon and yellow flags. That's not good.
Sophie
okay, yeah,
retired.
She's run out of fuel anyway. So anyways, Frizzo will be coming through the bus stop. He'll be trying to get a good run off the bus stop, but no, gets a bit of a tank slapper. Yield says 59.2, which only puts him in P7, so he'll want to improve off that.
What are you doing?
I don't know. He's on a lap. Like, he's actually on a lap this time.
I'm going to stay on board with Bad Boy just a second, see what he's going to do.
He's starting his lap.
Okay. Oh, error, board with Throne for a minute there. 30 seconds, just about coming up to 30 seconds left of the session.
Yeah, so this is going to be his last run. Frizzo retires also, that's on track, so yeah, that's his session over. He'll get maximum P7. But Frome will come through the bus stop. What will he set? No DRS, so what can he say? It's a 58. 58.4, putting him in third so far.
What can Rossi do? Baker's retires.
Ooh, good one.
Oh yeah, he's dropped it. As BUA9 retired, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Not many people left on.
Notorious has lost his wing.
Yeah, so Carwell is going to actually try and set a lap for the second time of asking.
Yeah, so Carwell will come through the bus stop. He's slower on his lap, but he'll set 57.7, putting him in second.
Flipping heck.
I think that could have been pole, maybe. Because he was down on 62.
What's Chula going to do?
He hates the rain.
Yeah, only good enough for P11.
Yeah,
so it's only Rossi and Bad Boy only left to set a lap, and Notorious, but Notorious is and Rossi retires manually.
Yeah, Bad Boy, he could get pole. He's one of the contenders for pole around this track. Pretty fast, so we might see a possible pole here. As he goes through bus stop, everyone taking that in second gear to get the turn in, but it looks possible, but it isn't.
Goes second.
Yeah, he only goes second, so he'll be a bit gutted to not get the 3 temps, but it really is difficult to find 3 temps sometimes. But Notorious also the last one on his run, and I think that's invalid. And anyways, he's gone 14, so not invalid, but pretty shocking lap to be fair.
So that is your qualifying done, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to go with the classification?
Walko gets pole, surprise, with Bad Boy in second, lining up beside him. Usual front row. Carl in third, so back on form. Sophie back and in fourth. Frome in fifth with Rossi in sixth. Chia in seventh, lining up against his F4 rival in eighth. Frizzo that is. Baker's in ninth and Tactics in 10th. Chulo 11th, 12th. Abio in 13th. Notorious 14th. Onto the podium 15th and Max Verstappen 16th, whoever that is.
That was Frank Dank. He left the session, so I don't think he's going to be racing.
I mean, I'm not in F3 chat, so can't say.
Why are you not?
It looks dry.
It is dry. Why are you not in F3 chat anymore?
Reasons.
Alright. Okay, whatever.
People have hated me so much. Anyways, I don't want to come back there anyway, so... yeah. We're just gonna wait for everyone to choose the tires and stuff, and then we'll get the race underway. So we're gonna get this race started. Yeah. We will have 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we will go. Walko getting a pretty decent start off the line here. There's a horse moving to the right a bit, and Bad Boy makes contact with Carwell. As Carwell makes his way up into P2, he might overtake Walko as they go side by side into a Rouge. and Radion. Will they stick it in? Wako backs out of that, but now will be preyed to. Robot Sophie because of Wako bad run. There's a Renegade side by side there, and lots of cars going side by side. Wako now looks for a move on Carwell. Round the outside, he tries it, but Carwell just goes deep and gets that move done. Bad Boy now makes a move on Wako, and now maybe Robot Sophie will do the same. But no, Wako keeps that in so far. So good job on Wako to keep that, and Chia has lost a bit of front wing alongside Rossi and Frome as they have spun it. Probably a collision back in the back of the field after a squabble. So Carl takes the lead and Bad Boy not too far behind. Wako though drops down 2 positions into third, and Bad Boy might make a move on Carwell. Now round the outside he goes, he tries it and he gets it, and now he's in the lead and is going to be chased down by Carwell. But will Carwell get the slipstream, and will he get that move done? He's also played to Wako, who does have the slipstream on him, so it's going to be tight. Carl looks for a move round the outside. He tries the move round the outside, gets the move done, and now Wako will take that also. But Bad Boy gets a good enough run to defend there, and now Carl will have to defend against Bad Boy as Wako is on the inside again. 3 wide maybe here as Bad Boy. Great fight with Carl. Sorry, JP, for not letting you speak, but this is insane to see. And Bad Boy eventually gets that move, but Carl again slipstreams Bad Boy, and they'll go side by side once again. As Wako might join in, make it 3 wide possibly, and yes, Robot Sophie may do. Carl now has to defend from Wako, who backs out of that, and well, Bad Boy is going a slight lead to Carl now, and Wako really needs to get past Carl. Dives up the inside, but can't do anything. He gets a bit of a twitch up back end, and now I'll let him speak.
No, that's no worries. That's a fantastic start of a race. The Taurus and Frome are already out this race. What I was going to say is because of the wet qualifying and dry race, everyone gets a free choice of tyre strategy. So as you can see on the left hand side of the screen, there's lots of different tyre strategies going on here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on ultra soft, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on soft tyres, and then you've got 3 other drivers on super soft tyres. So yeah, it's going to be interesting race in terms of strategies. But Bad Boy, after that initial start, it looks like he's pulling out a bit of a lead now. But Carwell is coming under threat from Rocco, and Robot Sophie not too far behind in the second Force India.
Wako looks for a move, twitches to her outside of Carwell, gets to move though, but Carwell gets a slightly better run, and ooh, Wako must have gone giant tank slapper because now Robot Sophie is through and will now try and move on Carwell. Sophie's on the ultra soft, so she'll be getting better runs everywhere. She'll get better cornering, so making a move on Carwell won't be so difficult. So now again, slipstreaming Carwell on the straight. She may be able to make a move. Looks for the outside. The RS open again. Carwell blocks the inside as Robot Sophie just flies through here. But Carl will stick it in, stick the front wing in, but I think that's a corner cut there. And yeah, Carl now gets a very bad run. That may allow Wako to make a move on the Williams driver. And yes, he does on the inside. So some teammate work here. Has to leave some room on the inside to move, to try and twitch it back end. Now tactics may go through, heading into P1 now. Wako has dropped down to P5. This is not good for the championship for Wako.
No, definitely not. So yeah, what in terms of strategies, what do you think? You're obviously advocating a 2-stop.
Excuse me.
One stop. Sorry, yeah, a 1-stop. Yeah.
Yeah, 1-stop, ultra soft to soft or soft to ultra soft. So Wako, Connor and Chia, those 3, they're probably doing a 2-stop. and all the ultra soft runners maybe, some of the ultra soft runners maybe. So it's interesting really what will happen because the strategy is a bit mixed here, because if you don't have the tire wear, you just won't get it through. Anyways, Wako, speaking of tire wear, Wako isn't losing the tire wear and is making moves on tactics to regain P4. Makes a switchback though, tries to get a better run on tactics, but doesn't seem like he can. He'll try and keep it in. Tactics though, keeps it through, seems to have a better straight line. Wako will have slipstream though, so it's not all over. Yeah, DRS opening for him. Tactics doesn't have DRS, so he just has to deal with pure straight lines here, and even with that, Wako can't seem to gain on him enough, but just hits him a tad bit, and now Chulo might make a move. Oh my god, that's very dangerous, but Tactics gets overtaken by Wako.
Baker's got knocked wide there, as did Abiodun, so yeah, a little bit of close contact there, but there's a melee here between 3rd to 8th place. In fact, you know, I can see a couple of Ferrari in the background as well, so all the way down to 10th.
Yeah, Chulo has front wing damage also, which will affect him a lot, but anyways, Wako will start to pull away and catch Car World soon. But I don't think Paraguay will be stopped this race again unless he mucks up. But yeah, that's that, and Abiodun looks to be threatening the Haas driver of Tactics.
Yeah, of course, he's on the ultra soft tyres with Tactics on the soft tyres. So yeah, he's definitely going to have a quicker tyre at this stage of the race. I don't know if Baker's got any wing damage, but it doesn't look like it. And onto the podium, and Frizzo very close behind, so a close battle here in the top 10.
Oh, Abiodun loses front wing from contact with Tactics. He just went into the back of him, so he has wing damage now, which is very unlucky. And well, Baker's might be falling prey to onto the podium, who looks for a move, but Baker's defends well. Covering the inside into La Source without Source, so well done to him. So yeah, now people will get slipstreamed off into Erouge and Radion and into the Camel Straight as Chulo does. So Bakers will get a good run here. DRS open on Chulo, and Connor might join in too. No, he can't. Chulo blocks the inside and now makes a move here on the Haas driver, but Tactics keeps it in, makes a switchback, tries around the outside, can't do that, and now has lost the back end.
Chulo's gone very wide. And he's dropped down to 10th. Yeah.
Chulo, so yeah, onto the podium, narrowly missing Tactics, I think, and just both Haas drivers are not getting any luck.
Yeah, through all that, Abiodun made his way into P5, overtaking Tactics on the Camel Straight. So yeah, Rocco's dropped these guys in about almost every 3 seconds. Bakers and onto the podium have lost time in all that melee as Chulo retires from the race. Let's see what's happened to him. He's just manually retired. Yeah, that's the point of that really. But there you go. That is his race done.
Wako looks for the outside in the bus stop, and it goes very deep, so it won't be that good tire banging everywhere, but Wako gets the move, and now it's back onto the podium.
Abiodun pits.
Yeah, Abiodun pits, so he's going for the 2-stop, but possibly a 1-stop. I think it's going to be a 2-stop though. But yeah, Wako gets that move done, and he will be trying to chase down Robot Sophie, unless Carl can slipstream Wako up the Rouge and Radion, but I don't think that's...
He'll have DRS as well.
Oh yeah, so this is definitely going to be a move at late comms, as Wako covers the inside line, and just we can see Carl making a move. Now round the outside, he tries it, and gets cut off a bit by Wako, and well, he might have got a warning for that, but he got squeezed, so he can't really do much, and I think he just has to rest with that, as Wako is just doing very well.
Yeah, Baker's onto the podium, battling ferociously there. Baker's getting a better back for the time being, but he's dropped a couple of seconds behind Tactics now, and that's allowed Cheaty to catch up as well. And Cheaty's got past Frizzo in somewhere in all of that, unless
Frizzo has wing damage. And so does Cheaty.
Yeah. And Rossi in the background there.
Yeah, so really the only battle now is onto the podium Baker's, unless Frizzo can catch up to Chia, but that I think Chia has a better chance to pull away because he has wing damage on the right, not the left, and because this is a clockwise circuit, it's going to be better for Chia. But Bad Boy pits in, so he is possibly going to be doing the one stop, but he might just be sticking to the two stop. No, he does do the one stop. He will be doing the one stop if he can stretch those. Nope, never mind. Actually, yes, okay. This game is bad. Yes, Bad Boy is going till the end. He should be. But I'm not sure if he can stretch those tires. It's going to be a very big stretch if he can.
Yeah, so he comes out in P8, which is not too bad. Doesn't look like... Oh, he's come up right behind Cheetah, has he? Yes, he has. Right in front of... No, right behind Frizzo. Sorry.
So yeah, Bad Boy will have traffic, and Frizzo and Chia won't be pitting anytime soon. I mean, Chia might be pitting on lap 11 or so, but Frizzo, he'll be going to lap 15, 16, maybe 17.
In fact, so Bad Boy's going for moving up on Frizzo, and he gets that done. He moves himself into 8th place, so he's dispatched one Ferrari. And he's got another one in front of him as Rossi's closed up in the back of Frizzo as well.
Yeah, so Bad Boy does put wing, whereas Chia has been wing damage, so this one's helped Chia's case to defend against Bad Boy. Bad Boy is meanwhile losing time during all of this, so it's not helpful for Bad Boy.
But he's got past Chia already, so he's dispatched those Ferraris in very quickly, it has to be said. And he's only a few seconds behind onto the podium, so yeah, that was great driving from Bad Boy there, it has to be said.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 13.1 seconds off the leader, so he's still going to come out in front by a quiet margin. But yeah, Bocco has now caught up to Robot Sophie, so he'll be trying to stretch the gap to Bad Boy, so he can get him in the pits, and I'm pretty sure Wacko is going to go onto the softs, probably lap 9 maybe, so he can go to the end. He'll have much better tires, much better tire wear, and he'll be much faster near the end, but that is if he can dispose of the traffic. Wacko though will look for a move on Robot Sophie. DRS open, but he can't make a move yet, so he'll have to wait. But Baker's overtakes Tactics, at least is trying to overtake him, and Tactics uses that switchback, but can't make it stick, and out onto the podium might make a move, but no, he doesn't. So yeah, Tactics gets overtaken for P4.
Yeah, I'll just let you click away from that battle to see what Rocco is doing, and yeah, I missed that, but yeah, so Rocco and Sophie batting ferociously. There's no team orders here, and Rocco gets that move done.
Yeah, Robot Sophie going a bit wide, but she is on the altars and she's going very long. It's lap 8 now. She hasn't pit yet, and so she's going very, very long, and Bad Boy's now 10.7 seconds away from the leader, so I'll keep an eye on this, but it looks like Bad Boy will come out ahead no matter what, and with probably 8 seconds to spare. Yeah,
so Bad Boy is closing very rapidly to the battle between onto the podium Tactics and Bakers. So if they pit in the next couple of laps, well, no, no one pitted this lap, so he's got to spend another lap behind them. But he could do one or two of those guys pitting straight away, and he actually does the fastest lap of the race with 1:47.6. Rebel Sophie pits though, as does Cheat, so that's one cart away for Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boy does have lots of traffic up ahead, so it won't be as easy for him to get past these guys, as traffic is really going to affect him in the dirty air. 10.4 seconds away from the leader is dropping a tad bit, but he'll lose a lot of time now as he gets the dirty air, and yeah, it's already starting to lose time, so it might be a bit interesting here as we'll head on to the second half of the race.
Yeah, so that's lap 9 of 22, the shortest track on the calendar in terms of laps, but yeah, it is a very long track this, so it's going to be costing Bad Boy a lot of time, stuck behind as Tactics goes very wide there.
Yeah, so
you're gone.
Yeah, onto the podium, makes a move on Tactics, and so does Bad Boy, follows him through as just on the podium, making Tactics leave the door open too much, and yeah, it's now going to be costly for onto the podium, that battle, but he couldn't do anything about it. But they'll go side by side with Ronchimov.
Oh, contact!
Taps Bad Boy a bit, and they go side by side into the bus stop. Watko pits in, he'll be on the soft, and yeah, Bad Boy has got the move done and dusted, so yeah, that's that. Watko will be pitting in, but he will drop a lot of positions, but yeah, that's not going to be too good for him, and he'll have to deal with lots of traffic, and Sophie comes out just behind Watko, and now Watko will have traffic of Rossi to deal with.
Yeah, so Bad Boy, after dispatching onto the podium and Tactics, will now try to hunt down Bakers, but I'm sure he won't take no time at all catching up to him. And Caldwell, just wondering how long do you think those guys who started on soft tyres, how long do you think they can go into the race?
What? Soft tyres, how long they can go? I think anywhere about 18 laps, possibly. I mean, that's possible. I think, but that's a real stretch. If you want to be realistic, I'd say maximum lap 15, maybe 16.
Well, yeah, but I think with the Bad Boy of his overtaking that he's been doing during the race and his fresh soft tyres, I don't think he's going to be having 5 laps behind these guys. I think he's going to take Baker's imminently, to be honest, down into the bus stop chicane. Well, maybe a little bit too far behind. I'll keep him bored with him for the minute.
Yeah, so Bad Boy gets a slipstream, so he might move to the inside. No, he goes outside. On the inside. Yeah, outside of Baker's. Baker's taps tires with him, but yeah, Baker's loses that position and
onto the podium pits. Yeah. So he only has Carwell between him and first place for Bad Boy. About 6 seconds behind, but I'm sure that will be caught up in anytime soon. Rocco gets himself back into 5th place now, and onto the podium will come out in P9, I think. There's Frizzo. Yeah, he's going to come out in P9. So almost everyone on the circuit now on those soft tyres except Frizzo and Robert Sophie. Robert Sophie, I'm guessing, is either going to do 2 stops. He's going to try and take those super softs to the end, which I'm not sure she can do. No, so she's going to have to stop. Yeah.
Because you can't take the super to the end from lap 8 or something, from lap 8, 9.
Yeah. Oh, Rossi has lost some front wing behind Robert Sophie, so I don't think Rossi has pitted yet. Let me just double check. No, he hasn't pitted yet. The only person in the race not to have pitted. Oh, Tactics hasn't pitted yet as well. But he's going to need to pit sometime soon.
Yeah, some of the soft runners still have not pit, but anyways, Watko is catching up to Tactics. He's literally on the back of him now, so this will be pretty interesting to see. I can confirm that Watko is only 5 seconds, give or take, behind Bad Boy. And now Wako will make a move on Tactics, wasting no time at all. Wako Tactics though tries to defend, and Wako still has to stick behind. He'll have DRS though into La Source without Soul, so he might be able to make a move here. Yes, he does on the inside later on the brakes here, as Tactics probably just has to let him through. No, he doesn't, so they might be going side by side through a Rouge. No, they don't, as Tactics pulls out, but he will have DRS, Slipstream and Rich Mixture on Wako, and he'll look for the outside here as we head into the Camel Straight. Wako though tries to defend, tries to just get the better top speed, but to no avail. He won't, but he does brake later and pushes Tactics a bit wide, just squeezes and leaves him enough room to be fair. And now
Robot Sophie, yeah, what you going to say, ever the opportunities, takes advantage of Tactics there, going deep. I think what could be a problem for Rocco in this race, if Robot Sophie gets past him, it could be a little bit of a roadblock for Rocco. Yeah, because obviously Robot Sophie, as you saw early on in the race, is not interested in team orders here. So if she managed to get past Rocco, that could harm Rocco's chances of a race victory tonight. But yeah, so there. Bad Boy not catching up to Carwell as fast as I thought he would. Still 4 seconds behind, but he's making some progress. Robert Sophie only a second behind Rocco now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go on board with Wako as he is gaining on Bakers at like no man's business, but yeah, he's gaining very quickly, so it does seem like Wako is the faster driver than Bad Boy, as he's gaining on Bad Boy by a lot. I mean, he's already near enough behind Bakers now, so yeah, but you gotta keep in mind Bad Boy did encounter a lot of traffic, so yeah, that's important for him. But near the end of this race it might become pretty feisty with Bad Boy's tires going off the cliff as he's still on lap 6.
Yeah, so the 2 Ferrari boys are close together for 9th and 10th place. So yeah, Cheaty not having as good fortune as he has done in the last couple of races. He's in P10 in a minute, trying to chase down his teammate. But Rocco has caught very rapidly up to the back of Bakers now, and he's going to try and make a move, perhaps down into, I forgot the name of the corner. Doesn't try and move there.
But he might get a good run, as he does seem like he gets a good run, so he might try and move on the inside. Gets a bit of a tap, but saves that. Yeah, saves that. Hits the side pod of Bakers, but yeah, saves that. That is just pure racing there. A bit of aggression, but he wants to get past Bakers ASAP, really, as he's losing time to Bad Boy. Already 5.4 seconds now. Bakers, though, just parking it, really, and Wako will just have to wait and make a move, maybe round the outside here.
Free ride! Robert Sophie gets past 2 of them. I was on board with that. What a move that is by Robert Sophie, showing no signs of ring rust as a time away from the PSGL, and she's made it away into the podium positions. And I think that's going to be a problem for Rocco during this race if he gets stuck behind her. But that was a great bit of driving from Robert Sophie there, and I'm glad I caught that when I did. Rocco still not managed to get past Bakers either, so yeah, becoming a bit of a pain in the back. Yeah.
Looks for the inside, but now has to go to the outside. Bakers will break earlier than Wako, so Wako's got that move cleanly and now has to chase down Robot Sophie, which will be, as you said, a kind of roadblock. But remember, Sophie still does have to pit. She won't make it till the end with those supers. She will be pitting maybe on lap 18 probably, or 19 even, but 17 to 19. That's her pit window, and Yeah, that's that for her.
Yeah, so we got a bit of a battle down on the back end of the grid for 9th, 10th, and 11th place. Rossi's caught up with the two Ferraris. This is for the last couple of points of the couple of last places of the points playing position. So yeah, and I'll tell you who's not having a great race today for some reason or another is Avi Odin. He's in P7, not having a great race today after his second place from last week. So yeah, not a great race for him. As Carwold finally pits, and that promotes Bad Boy into the lead of the race. So where will Carwold come out? Who knows? Probably to the back end of the grid. Interestingly, I've not seen that many penalties coming from him today, so I don't think there's any danger of being disqualified, as Baker's and Tactics pit as well, all on the same lap. So yeah, I think Carwell actually might finish this race. Abiona does go into 4th place though, but it looks a little bit better for him now that the guys on the soft tyres have pitted.
Just saying, Waco now makes a move on Robot Sophie round the outside, and team orders, Robot Sophie backs off. I think that was on purpose. I think she realizes that Waco needs this P2 more and to chase down Bad Boys, so I respect to her. So
that's a bit of a shame, really. I was quite not seeing the battle, but never mind. That it is what it is. I can understand why that has been done. As Frizzo got past Baker's just a minute ago, unfortunately missed that. As Cheetah Cheetah and Rossi in close attendance, and Cheetah Cheetah and Rossi's got past Cheetah Cheetah and all that somewhere. As Tactics came out in P11, but he's on the ultra soft tyres. So Bakers and Carwell and Tactic all on fresh tyres now. So hopefully they'll make their way for the grid quite quickly. But I've got traffic to negotiate. As Bakers is all over the back of Frizzo.
Yeah, Bakers might make a move, but as we can see already, Waco 4.7 seconds. That's already nearly a second chopped off of Bad Boys' lead. So this might come down to penalties. I'm gonna check. I'm not gonna say though. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep silent.
Right, Baker's looking down for a move into the bus stop chicane. Might try a bit of lag there.
Is it just me, or are some of the drivers lagging?
I saw Baker's, but that's the only one I've noticed so far. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car battle here. Amazing stuff. And this is for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th place. And Baker's, Baker's is lagging quite a bit. And Frizzo, I'm not sure what he was doing there. He was trying to go back into the pit lane. So he's done a Frizzo there. As Rossi, I'm not sure what's happened to him. He's gone very wide, and Frizzo's retired. I'm not sure what happened to Rossi there. He had a bizarre moment, but he's dropped down to 10th place now. As Baker starts to pull away now, but Tactics all through all of that has got past Cheetah Cheetah as well, so he's in 8th place. As Rossi gets a 3-second time penalty.
3.8 seconds lead.
Yeah, so that is coming down like a second a lap with 7 laps to go. So there's going to be a battle for the lead on the hands in the next couple of laps, I would say.
I think lap 19, 20 lap battle for the lead, and remember Bad Boy is on about, I want to say, 3 to 4 laps older tires than Waco, so he will be struggling to the end.
Oh, one Frizzo has done the thing that we weren't supposed to do, and has leave the lobby, so I'm not sure if that's going to cause a slipstream glitch, but that would incur a 10-second penalty for him doing the next race.
It's only trialed for FP.
I don't think it is. I think it is actually rule.
It is.
Frame if you're still listening, if you can confirm that for us. But anyway, we'll carry on. Carwell onto the podium, battling close together, but Carwell pulling away now slightly on this fresh super soft tyres. Still got quite a good battle here for 7th, 8th, 9th. although Baker is starting to pull away a little bit. Doesn't matter when essentially won the chip. Anyway, so yeah, Rossi catching the back of it's all close. Yeah, I thought.
I can confirm Waco can now see Bad Boy.
Yeah, so I was getting distracted then for a second. Oh, Frame says it is an FP trial. Oh, I thought I was rolled out. But anyway, Rossi right on the back of Cheetah now. So yeah, after that initial melee earlier, yeah, Frizzo saying that Baker's lagged into him. So yeah, we did see that on the stream. He was lagging quite a bit, unfortunately. So and Frizzo has fell victim to that.
So yeah, 2.8 seconds now. So this will be very close till the end. And well, Bad Boy, if he looks behind him, he can already distinguish the pink Panther of Waco. And yeah, Waco has a lot of fuel to burn, but Bad Boy has to stick it in standard on the straights. This is gonna cost Bad Boy a lot in the long run. So yeah, that's that. Oh no. Okay. I just had to ghost for a minute, so that's gonna, yeah.
So I'm not sure if Tactics, what's happening to Tactics? He's on his ultra-soft tyres. We only put him on a couple of laps ago, but it looks like he's not really making great use of them, and he's come under pressure from Chia and Rossi. So yeah, a bit of a strange one there, as Rocco within 2 seconds of Bad Boy now. When can I not crash or lag? I don't know, Frizzo.
When you graduate from uni. Anyways, Waco is definitely gaining. I think he's gonna buy a Rouge radio who's going to have the DRS, because Waco is all over the back. Oh, well, not all over the back of Bad Boy yet, but you can distinguish the McLaren and yellow flags, and that is Rossi has lost the full wing. He's crashed a P1.
Oh, it's a shame for him, but he should still score himself a point if he carries on. Only 4 laps to go. Baker's catching up onto the podium rating knots, but still 4 seconds behind. Probably not going to catch onto the podium by the end of the race. But so it's a shame for him. Oh, Rossi does pit, so he must have lost quite a bit of wing. So BU89 will score the final point of the race. Rocco just outside of a second behind Bad Boy now. There's not many battles on track, except the 2 Williams drivers are still relatively close together, and Rossi back to retire from the race. And 2 Williams not too far behind Abbey Odin as well. So I'm going to go to Rocco now, who's within a second of Bad Boy. So I think at this stage it's looking like a victory for Rocco. He has got to get past Bad Boy, which is easier said than done. So we're going to stick and ball with this one for quite a while. As he has a yellow flag and set to 3, and not really sure where that's from, but and Rossi left. Yeah.
Okay, so the slipstream glitch wasn't active now. Then it's active now thanks to yours truly, MCL_R Whelan. Anyways, so yeah, it's evident that slipstream glitch is active because Wonko is gaining Jack on Bad Boy, and yeah, he will only be able to gain on DRS now as he looks for him around the outside of last source without source. So maybe slipstream glitch is not active yet, miraculously, but we'll head on. Anyways, Fat Boy is trying to burn the fuel to keep the pace up, and well, Watco, we'll have DRS, rich mixture by now. Slipstream isn't active, so yeah, thank you to those who have left the lobby. You have just ruined the race for the 10 people that have for the 10 drivers that are still in here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Rocco is going to have to try and use some other tactics to get past Bad Boy at this stage. But as you see, the bus stop chicane is probably the place to do the overtaking manoeuvres during this race. So we'll see what happens next time we get to that sector. But he's all over the back of Bad Boy's gearbox and actually might make a move here.
Yeah, tries it around the outside. Now we'll have the inside for the next corner, but Bad Boy goes very wide, so he will still go side by side, but Bad Boy leaves him little to no space there. And now we head into Blanchemont. Rocco will get the inside on Bad Boy as we head through this.
Oh, contact!
Contact! And I think that's Bad Boy's fault. That is, Bad Boy just turned in on Watco, and that's just unlucky. I mean, Bad Boy just turned in on him when Watco was there.
Well, that's a very unfortunate end to Bad Boy's race, but I mean, when you're trying to do overtaking manoeuvres in that part of the track, it is potential risk there. I'm not saying it's Rocco's fault. I didn't get the best view of that to post blame, but yeah, unfortunately that is his race ended. As onto the podium, he's all over the back of Abbey Oden now, so it's looking like a Stonewall Force India 1-2, which is a great result on Robot Sophie's return to the F3 grid. And Abbey Oden is looking to get his second podium of the in a row. Oh no, don't say that, AMS, don't say that. Oh, God.
I mean, if he does get third, I can't do the podium interviews.
Oh, I don't even want to do the interviews if that happens. But anyway,
I can't because I've got it blocked.
Yeah, I'm an Abbey Oden. Oh, it's BU9 pits for. Well, he's got nothing to lose now. He's 28 seconds behind Cheetah. So yeah, he's got nothing to lose. He's going to score 2 championship points. So yeah, interesting to see what Abbey Oden goes a little bit wide with 2 laps to go in this race. Oh God. Well, I'm going to have to do might be professional. Oh yeah, sorry, Carwald and Bakers. Thanks for that, Chillo. They're very close together. So let's see what. Yeah, so actually, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are not too far apart. With the last, with 1 lap to go.
Bakers might make a move on Carwell. Looks for the outside brakes very, very late. Tries to switch back move, and no, he can't. So he'll have DRS heading into the source without source, but. Will he make it round the outside? He tries it. He can't, so he'll try to switch back. Gets a better run than Carwell, but gets it blocked by Carl. Well, Carl positioned his car perfectly, so yeah, that's that.
So this is the last lap of the race now, and on board onto the podium, trying to hunt down Abbey Oden. He doesn't look like he's got the well, the other slipstream glitches coming to effect there. What can Bakers do about Carwell? Goes trying around the outside, and he goes a little bit deep, but he gets that move done, and he moves himself into 5th place. So that's a great move by Bakers there. Now we go on board back onto the podium. He's trying to get past Abbey Oden. Apparently there might be some penalties, but I'm not going to try and find that out until the end of the race. We'll see what happens. But as I said, it's looking like a Stonewall 1-2 Force India. I'll stay on board with these guys to the end of the race.
onto the podium. Might try and move around the outside of Abiodun, but Abiodun keeps it in there so far, so he's doing great defending there. But Abiodun runs a bit wide.
So Rocco returns to form and he wins this race by quite comfortably. In fact, after that collision with Bad Boy, and it's a Force India 1-2 with Robert Sophie's return to the grid. Now what's going to happen between onto the podium and Abiodun? Abiodun looks like he's got the inside covered. They both go. Both got penalties.
And he lets him through. So GG onto the podium.
Yeah.
Bakers gets third, thanks to the penalties. So a wild card. Bakers comes third in his second race in F3.
Well, that wasn't expected. Bloody hell, I didn't expect that. But there you go.
Yeah. So GG to him on that. So yeah, Wako has won this race and has winning by 6 seconds, 7.9 seconds to Robot Sophie, and Baker's a wild card comes out and gets P3. Abion comes P4 and Connor in P5. Chi is in P6 with Carl in P7, Tactics in P8 and Boa in P9. Those are our finishers.
Right. Yeah. So we'll just have a look at the podium celebrations, and then we'll start inviting people into the chat, and we'll do the podium interviews shortly. There's a Force India 1-2, as I said, and Baker's out of nowhere really, because of penalties, getting his third place in his second race. Second race after return to PSGL.
Do you have Bakers on your friends list?
I think I do. I think I've got Rocco as well. So if you can invite Robot Sophie, I can do the other two.
Robot Sophie doesn't have a mic.
Oh, I think I can do the other two anyway. Right. Oh, I can't invite people because you're the party leader.
You can, but you can suggest them.
All right.
Also, just saying, Martin, Walker had every right to go up the inside of Bad Boy, and he had his wing in it. He had his car side by side with Bad Boy. Bad Boy just turned in. Bad Boy just literally turned in. Okay, what else can you do there? Like, you can't.
You wouldn't be able to hear you then because I was on the blue screen.
You were on the what?
Blue screen.
Yeah, people can still hear things when you're on the blue screen.
Oh yeah, of course I can. So, yeah, the guys have been invited, so we're just waiting for them to join the party.
And the Wako is in. Wiki Waki. Let's give you that nickname. So we already have Wiki Waki in the party.
Does anyone know if Baker's got a mic?
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
Did you invite him? Yeah.
I don't have him on.
I suggested him.
Yeah, I invited him.
All right. Alright, do you want to carry on then anyway? Yeah. No.
Thanks for the ear rape, Wako. But anyways, also, yeah, make sure your voice is allowed to be shared.
Yeah, you might as well start Ash.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Wako to make sure his voice is on share. Yeah, party settings and what the hell is it? Allow your voice to be shared. just put always allowed. But anyways, great job, Waka, on that win. You're dominating F3 again. Like, that's a surprise, but yeah, good job on that win. That was a pretty well, interesting race for you. Probably a bit well, how should I say this? Nervy, I guess, from dropping back down the field and having to chase down Bad Boy. But yeah, tell me about that. Your journey to P1.
Yeah, it's interesting. I went down the field a bit. I think people were being quite aggressive with this. I don't know if you caught any of it on the stream or any of my moves, but later on the race I was being quite aggressive because it wasn't the best sort of state of mind, if you know what I mean. But the bad boy collision was
Aim him, had him on the mark, had him on the whatever you want.
I was quite far inside and he turned into me, and I know it's pretty unorthodox place to go inside, but you should still respect where it's at. I'm not happy to go in, you know, still, you know, we usually battle really well at that point, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you on the opinion of the Bad Boy move, but yeah, I think you covered basically everything that about the race. But yeah, actually one more thing. Were you being a bit more aggressive than usual during that race?
Yeah, I was more than I usually am, because there was a couple of defender moves I wasn't very pleased with from certain people. I know you got put in the wall by one person on the left hand no name. I think that's acceptable. Anyway, so after that I was quite annoyed really. So I was just working inside, then I got hard to and I'm not usually like that, but I just thought people still don't respect it there. If they're not,
Yeah.
I treat people the same as I treated, so if people are aggressive with me, I'll be aggressive. If people are being, you know, fair, I'll be fair as well. That's just how I go about things.
Yeah, well, JP, I have one more question, but any questions from you?
Well, unless you're going to ask him about your thoughts on the next race, and he's
Yeah.
already going to. Oh, you carry on then.
Okay, yeah, Wako, so it's Italy, the Temple of Speed, the next track. I mean, like, that matches your, that matches your, description perfectly, so, what do you feel about your, basically home track?
It's not as nice in this game, but it's nice to measure the track, right? You can't know what it's going to happen or anything, so you're doing the best shot. I've done some practice already. I've got quite a good pace, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, JP, you do your thing.
Oh, I just was going to say to Rocco, can you stop winning so many races and make the championship a bit more exciting?
But it was getting exciting. It's bottom, especially last time I got a bit different.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd like
yeah,
it to go down to the last race of the season. If you could do that, that'd be awesome.
Wako, also, can you just go with me in the McLaren for Italy? I kind of need to battle someone.
No, I might not even be racing yet, unless someone drops out. So if you want to give me a seat, actually, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll take what are you racing in, Renault or something? Williams? Sure.
No, I won't be one of them this Saturday. That's only because I think Joel left last time. But he doesn't know last week.
Yeah, but someone will leave anyway, so thank you for your high courtesy. I will take that gladly. But yeah, JP, you can do your thing.
Yeah. Congratulations, Rocco, for the victory. And yeah, that is the end of the stream, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for round 10 in Monza. Cheers and grub.